Welcome back to Living with a Classic. I'm here with my green 1975 XJ6. I'm not sure if you guys can tell or not, but I've upgraded to a more professional camera. I'm hoping that the future videos will be more crisp and clear and that they will look a lot more professional because I really want to make the best videos I can for you guys. So I'm hoping that this new camera will help in that. So I thought, what would be the first thing I want to do with the new camera? I'm still getting used to it. It's a lot more complicated than what I've had before. A lot more settings. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a simpler video and just a bit of a behind the scenes look at the restoration, see what's been going on, and also a closer look at this car. We only looked at it pretty briefly when I introduced it back in December, but I thought we'd have a closer look at the interior and some other things and let you know what I'm going to do besides fix the engine to get this thing back on the road. So let's start by having a look at the car inside. Here's a look at the front half of the interior. And if I'm completely honest, if you were doing a full restoration of this car, you'd probably throw the interior out or at least send it away to get it professionally refurbished, or you'd probably just replace it, to be honest. But that's not what this video series is about. When I got this car, I wanted to prove that you can get one of these back on the road for not that much money and that you'll be able to enjoy it with your family and just have a nice car to take to car shows that you won't be ashamed of, but that you also won't be afraid to be able to use even as a daily. I do have some ideas about using this thing as a daily, but more on that later. So let's have a look at some of the things. Yes, there is a little bit of a rip right there. It's a little thin right there. The leather is quite stiff. I have started to put some conditioner on it and it's starting to soften up in a few places. The really big issue is over here. This seat diaphragm is broken in the bottom. In the back of it, there's a piece of metal that threads through and holds the seat diaphragm back. It's split there. The rest of the seat diaphragm is fine. The foam is fine, but that's why it's all collapsed. So I'm going to see if I can fix the seat diaphragm. Otherwise, I'm going to get a new one because I don't want to have a collapsed seat. Because that's one thing. Even though that this is a little bit of a budget build, I still want to be comfy when I drive. I still want this to be a really nice car to drive. There are a few small things over here, like a little bit of a tear there, so I'll see if I can replace that. One thing I will be doing is fixing the wiring here. I have some new switches going in here, and I have a new loom. Taking out the whole center console, replacing the old wiring, and putting in new switches. If that's something you want to see on the channel in the video, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, I'm just going to clean up everything up here and it should be ready to go back on the road. Let's have a quick look at the back seat as well. The condition of the back seat is pretty much like the front seat. It has a little bit of a rip in one place here. The leather's a bit stiff, but it's all there. It's all complete. Seat belts are in good shape. So I will just feed this with some nice conditioner, make it nice and soft, clean up the back here, and this will be a really nice place to be. So overall, the interior is not that bad for what I'm going for. I'm going for a really nice driver that you can take to some car shows that you won't be ashamed of and that won't cost a fortune to get back on the road. Oh yeah, and probably one other thing, the headlining is just beautiful. It's not sagging anywhere. It's just in great shape. It was replaced not that long ago. Oh yeah, there's one thing I kind of forgot. You can see up here, I do want to replace those sun visors or do something about them. They've completely lost, I haven't seen this before, they've completely lost all the foam, I guess, inside, or the glue, and they've gotten really thick, kind of weird, so I definitely want to replace those. I'm going to try and find a nice set of used ones, or I'll restore these ones. As promised, here's a look behind the scenes. Here are all the parts I've taken off so far, at least most of them. The head is still on the workbench and all the valves and stuff, but here's everything else I've taken off the car. I just put up this shelf here to be able to organize all the parts and keep them in one place. So up here I put ignition and everything that has to do with cables. So you have distributor cap, the cables, you have a distributor there, amplifier, and there's the coil, and just some other rubber components. put the two belts here. I'm replacing them though, but just so I can make sure that the new ones I get are the correct size. Here's the fan shroud, top half of the radiator, the air box, cam covers down here. Oh yeah, here's the old head gasket. Yeah, the cam covers, the front cover over there, or the front breather cover, I mean. The oil feed, all the bolts here and they're organized and have little labels on them. The intake manifold and some other pipe work, exhaust manifolds, fan, alternator, bunch of brackets, starter motor, and the power steering pump as well. So that's how I chose just to organize all the parts. And I thought I'd show you guys that it takes a bit of space when you take apart a car. So you do need to plan for where you're going to put all the parts that you're going to take off, so you know where they are when you're going to put them back on again. Now we can head on over to the bench and have a look at the head. So as the last behind the scenes look, here is the cylinder head. It's still on the bench. However, a lot of progress has been made. The other side has been completely clean and looks really nice, and I've started on this side as well. You can see it over here. It looks a lot nicer. This was all covered in a thick layer of oil before. Still have some work to do over here. Started to clean up the combustion chambers a bit. These ones are pretty much done. Still have to clean up that one a bit more, and these two as well. And here are the valves, and here are the camshafts as well, and the top half of the bearings. So I'm waiting for all the shims. I did all the calculations and I found out which ones I need. So I ordered them when I ordered all the gaskets. So that should arrive pretty soon. When I have the shims, I'm gonna take the valves, clean them off, put them in here. I'm gonna lap them in place so you get a really nice tight seal, and then reassemble the whole head. But that will be a whole video on lapping valves and reassembling the head. But that's how far I've gotten right now. And that's the last of the behind the scenes look. And that's it for today's video. You got a closer look at the XJ6. Inside, you got to see some of my plans for it. And you got to see some behind the scenes look at some of the parts and how far I've got with the head as well. You might have noticed I mentioned possibly daily driving this car. And it's something I've been thinking about. I used to daily drive my old XJ6 a long time ago, and it was a blast. However, now I have a little bit longer commute, but I still think this car could do it and it would be really fun. So let me know what you guys think. Would you want to see a video series of me daily driving a 45-year-old car for maybe a week or 2 weeks or even longer and seeing what happens? So that is, taking my daughter to kindergarten and going to work and going grocery shopping, just doing everything in a 45-year-old car. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would want to see that and if you think I'm completely crazy. Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed, I highly recommend that you do. I put new videos every week on some great Jaguar and classic car related content. So navigate to my channel down below, check out those videos, and subscribe and hit that bell notification. You won't miss any updates. So until next time, I'm Adam, and this was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.